Hello, packing along to Pacalon tubers, and welcome back to That Was a Terrible Intro with me, BlueAnkylo, playing Shining Force 2, of course. So, yeah, let's continue on. In the last episode, we killed some devils and saved Sir Higgins, and we're on our way to Tristram, but there's a town in the way, so we gotta go check it out. Now, one thing you might notice is the water, I mean, the river doesn't seem to be terribly working, and there's a lot of desert around here. They mentioned something about a drought, so I'm getting concerned. Not likely. Just kill all the devils in your way. It's easy. Why didn't you guys just kill all the devils? You will die. Or, like the village to the south, you'll just be told not to work and stay inside. I don't know. Maybe the devils aren't that bad. I don't know. That's what I've been doing, and my mom says I'm really strong. Hey, more weapons we can't equip. Yet. So we got another upgrade for our, well, me. And the bird. Still same as last time. A new bullet for May. And some punching gloves for anybody who likes punching stuff. A sturdy well with no water. So I have a feeling everyone's probably dying here if there's really no water. Still no new items. I don't think there's going to be any new items at this point. I think the advanced version of Shining Force 1 did a better job with the deals because they added in more random stuff. A fine soldier. This one, and the original on the Sega, there really wasn't much to buy in the deal section, so it's kind of a waste. Well, I mean, it's just, it wasn't worth checking very often because it's almost never anything to do. I suppose if I sold our mithril, then that would be in the deal section, and we could just pick that up again whenever we wanted with money. So you could sell all the mithril right when you first pick it up and have more gold, so that when you die you lose it. But then later on, gold comes easier, and you just buy it back when you need it. I think you should be able to. Supposedly the best fighters, huh? Not sure about that one. But we haven't been in an actual castle yet, and Pacalon, or in a long time, let's say, Grand Seal and Garum, or Gallum, whatever they're called, seems to be the only place that had proper castles. This entire continent seems rather castle-less, other than this one. What good's a continent with no castles, right? Gesh! Wait a second, he's a devil! But you like him. Maybe devils aren't so bad. Like I said earlier, she's even got cheerful bread because she's so cheerful. How fitting. But yeah, I mean, they never really explain what the devils plan to do with the world. So that town to the southwest, maybe that's an example of what the devils plan to do. Just, you know, tell you to stay home. Don't go outside. Maybe the devils provide food and shelter and just... You're not allowed to go outside and stir up trouble. I don't know. I never asked one. We just kill them. Apparently the devils have a rule not to meddle with human affairs. I've heard something about that. Good work. You beat them up good. But you don't look so good, buddy. Oh. Alright, well, I guess he's not ready to fight devils then. I seem to remember a secret on the left side of this area. Somewhere. None at all. There are no brave Pacalons left. Isn't there... Okay, so there's the staircase. I guess the staircase connects up, maybe.
The door is locked.
So we need to come in there from the other side. How did we get up there again? Maybe right here! Haha! Take that, treasure room. Dem's my mithrils now. Trying to lock your mithril up. Alright. Not that bad. Now there is a more important treasure here, and I always forget exactly where it is. Hopefully it comes without too much trouble. So apparently the devils have stopped the rain, perhaps by doing something to Goddess Mutula. If you believe what the soldiers are saying anyway. The gossip. Alright, so what is it? It's like... It is like in a random spot on the floor or something. I think. I don't know what that sound is. Something... Just some crazy vehicles out on the road. Oh, I know it's like... Maybe it's not in this part of the hallway. Just one rainfall. I don't think that would do you much good. I think it's on the blue mat. I feel bad because I know it's around here somewhere, and it's a really random treasure, but it's really important. Anyway, let's talk to these guys. I'll find it in a second. You abandoned Maun, to protect Parmecia. But did you really protect Parmecia? This guy, I don't like him very much, by the way. Oh, they came to Parmecia through Maun, so you blocked the invaders by locking the gates of Maun. You abandoned the people living there, except that the devils still invaded and wrecked everything anyway. And there's devils literally everywhere I go. I don't think you guys accomplished anything. Hey, no problem. Well, that's where I said I was going anyway. So... He's more worried about Mitula than anything else. I'm pretty sure it's like south of the king, but like one to the right or left. Some number of squares. Maybe. Whenever you're searching like this, you're searching one tile in front of you. So keep that in mind. You're not searching underneath your feet. Huh. I mean, I know this might look stupid, but there is actually something I'm looking for. I just forget exactly where it is. Alright, you know what? Maybe I'll just find it off camera. Because it's kind of dumb. They came from Nazca, which is from Maun. Actually, now that I think about, Freya's the guy that's all depressed. I don't know how you were supposed to find that treasure in the first place. How did I ever find it the first time? Just... Maybe some friend told me about it or something. I didn't have the internet when I first played this game. How did we figure this stuff out? I think the third barrel has something. No? Ah, the second one had some fairy powder. Uh-oh. An uncouth princess eating food? I guess it's not very honorable to eat food while everyone starves, but if there is food, someone should eat it. That's my motto. I think there's something to the right, or at least someone to talk to. The princess! Awesome. And some books? Paladin honor. See, if the game was designed a little better, the item I'm talking to you guys about, you could get a hint on how to get it via books or something. Or someone would tell you. There's something on the throne room floor, maybe on the right side or the left side of the throne, or, you know, whatever. Most of the loot we found so far has been in actual chests or like you explore something on the wall type stuff or a bookshelf. I don't think there's anything out here. Alright, so I'm going to... I know it's around here somewhere. I just forget the exact square, and I don't want to waste, like, all episode. I always thought it was, in my head, it's south of the king, and then, like, right or left a few steps. But I don't remember where. I thought it was right in my head, but maybe it was left. And maybe I'm in the wrong spot entirely. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Alright, guys. I found it. So, I was really close. You follow the carpet down on the right side, and you just click on the wall. I must have just missed it. So, the Pegasus Wing is not an angel wing. This gives you access to another of our bonus classes. And, that's nice. So, I'm pretty sure that I could continue playing the game without promoting for a bit longer. It gets harder and harder, but we've made it to level 28, 29, and that's good enough. I also was kind of hoping that I'd have everyone at the same level so it was really fair to compare stats, because if you start promoting some people at 27 and some people at 30, the 30s are going to have, you know, a little bit more stats to stack up, so they'll do a little bit better in that sense. I decided I don't want to bother with that. So let me go outside, pick up my couple items out of my my caravan, and we'll have a promotion party. I think I have some stuff to store too for now. Just want to get this out of the way. Cheerful Bread is plus HP, in case I didn't mention it. Mithril is plus awesome weapons. You can just store that for now. Kazon can store one. I think that's all I need to do. It's pretty easy. Oh, the black ring, yeah, it's a waste of time. Alright. So, not the depot. Not store the depot. Derive. That always confused me too. It's a weird name for take an item out. Usually I would expect like withdrawal or something. So the silver tank will turn an archer, which means specifically Elric or Janet, but not me, into the same class that Road is, which gives them less movement, less agility, and more defense. And I don't use them anyway, so who cares? This item is garbage. The Vigor Ball. This one's pretty fun, though. And there's actually 2 in the game. So you can actually turn every priest you get into the secret Master Monk class. The secret book turns a mage into a sorcerer and changes his spell pool. Now, I've looked at this and I've done lots of research into it because it's the kind of thing I like doing. If you use Kazon as a sorcerer, they all learn the same 4 spells. They're cool summons, and we'll go over those as we learn them. They're actually different than Blaze and Frost and all that. They have a different mechanic anyway. But it's the same. Any sorcerer learns all 4 of those spells at different levels. If you make Tyron into the sorcerer with the secret book, he will learn all of the sorcerer spells 1 to 3 levels earlier. And the best one comes at like promoted level 31 for him or something like that, which is difficult to get to. Whereas if you use Kazon as a sorcerer, the best, like he will learn them 1 or 2 levels slower on average, or 1 to 3. And I think his best summon will be learned at like level 33 or something, which is even harder to get to because you're really grinding in the last battle to get that kind of spell. You're never going to really get any benefit out of it. There is another sorcerer S who I like and would probably prefer, but she actually learns her spells even slower than Kazon as a sorcerer. And she doesn't get the benefit of pre-stat buffing, so she doesn't have access to extra stats from level 20 to 30, or 20 to 40 if you go all the way. So I decided to give it to Kazon and keep Tyron as a wizard. And I almost decided not to do that and just go with Kazon as a sorcerer and have no wizard. But I decided I like magic and I want to be able to show you guys how freeze works, because freeze is pretty good if I can get freeze 4. Now, Warrior's Pride turns a warrior into a special class called a Baron. There are only 2 warriors in the game, Jaha and Randolph. And I think Randolph is generally better than Jaha, but we don't have him and I'm not going to wait, so there you go. And this will make Jaha probably good till the end game. Is that it for promotion items? There's only like 4. Oh, the wing. Where's my wing? The reason we waited till we got all the way here. The Pegasus wing turns a knight into a Pegasus knight instead of a paladin. It doesn't give them a whole lot of benefits, and in fact, Chester tends to do really badly as a Pegasus knight. He loses a lot of defense, and his defense is already bad. So Eric, who we didn't recruit, like basically the 4 special characters from Creed all have alternate promotions. It's kind of interesting that way. And they are probably the best at the alternate promotions of all of their classes. Randolph probably makes the best Baron, Kazon definitely makes the best Sorcerer, and Eric the best Pegasus Knight, and Karna the best Master Monk. The thing is, you can't pick all 4, or if you do, you wait until the end of the game before you promote them, and that's silly. Rick is good though, and I think his stats are turning out well, so I'm willing to Pegasus Knight him up. What that means is he might not have as good of a defense growth as he'd normally get, but it'll still be good enough. He'll lose his terrain bonus, but he's going to basically replace Luke, and I'm going to switch Luke with somebody else later. We will have someone who's better at 7 movement and flying and having ranged attacks. And just, I mean, he's already got more attack than Luke. Luke has to use a power ring. They're going to get better weapons. Rick is just going to be much better. So, that's what I decided. Chester might get cut later on. Luke is probably going to get cut later on, but we'll talk about that sort of when I get new characters. Nobody in the team right now is good enough to replace them, though. Where's the priest? Up top right? This one. You gotta get promoted at the priest. So, we want the promotion one. Promotion party. Lots of people able to promote. We start with me. So I told you guys the way spells work, right? I could have looked up the spell list for me, and it may have turned out that at level 30 I learned Bolt 2. In which case it would have been smarter to wait till I got 1 promotion and got to level 30 and learned it, so that from level 1 to 9, as a promoted class, as a hero perhaps, I would have had access to Bolt 2. Instead, I will have to wait till I'm at level 10, which is 20 plus 10, to get it. Because those extra levels don't carry over in terms of magic levels. But, it's no big deal. I look much cooler now. And I don't believe there's any stat ups on the promotion. Maybe you guys should be paying attention to them. I think, for the most part, all it's going to do is reset your level to 1 and change your class, so you might have better stat growth as the new class, and let you equip new weapons, which is the big key. So, Sarah, I mean, I've talked on and on about how I don't like her as a healer per se as time has been going on. She is not able to keep up with the amount of damage we're taking in the late game. You need someone with aura to really be good at that. But there's no reason not to keep her right now because she's still my only healer, and there's no reason not to use the Vigor Ball on her, even if I don't use her for the end game. So, there you go. Now that might change her stats a little. It does change her equipment class. Instead of using staves, she will now use boxing gloves. So, again, if you're paying attention, her stats might have changed. I don't remember how it works. Chester will promote to a standard... Oh no, don't do that. I guess I thought you had to have the item in his inventory. It just has to be in your collection somewhere. Chester can be promoted to Paladin normally. Good. In my experience, Chester tends to make a terrible Pegasus Knight. That's just been my experience. So we'll let him stay as a Paladin for a while, and he might end up being replaced. I mean, I like Knights because they have good movement and ranged attacks, but I don't know. His defense needs to go up, and his attack needs to stay high enough that I don't just instantly replace him with someone else. Now, Jaha, this is going to make a world of difference for him. There's a big change from, like, a warrior would turn into a gladiator normally. A gladiator is basically the same as a warrior, except they can use the newer axes. Same movement, same basic attack growth and everything. But because of that warrior pride, the Baron class is really good. I will show you that. This will allow him to equip swords or axes, which means much better options, and more importantly, look at that movement. His movement is now 6. A Baron has a +1 movement over a Gladiator, and that's what makes it good. So he keeps up with me now, and that means Jaha is probably good for the end game. Now, again, Randolph would probably make a better Baron, and there's actually another Gladiator that joins eventually that might be better than Jaha again. But, you know, we've had him since the beginning. I'd like to keep him around, unless someone that recruits later on is surpassing him in stats. We'll probably keep him. Next up, Kazon. I never got to show you Blaze level 4, like I explained if you were listening. Single target, high damage. I think around 30 damage with magic. 30 magic damage to a single target is pretty good. It doesn't really hold up in the late game because our physical attacks will probably also do that or more. And Ice 4 or Bolt 4 would do more. Or the fancy summons that he's going to learn as we turn him into a sorcerer. I may not even keep him in the final party necessarily. I don't know. I really like sorcerer spells though, so probably this probably guarantees I'm going to keep him. But this was the promotion that I was really torn on, because turning Tyron into a sorcerer is really strong as well. But then I don't have any wizards at all, which I felt was... I didn't want to miss out on wizards. Alright, this is an important upgrade as well. Slade changes to Ninja. And if you've ever played Final Fantasy 1, you've known that a ninja is way better than a thief. He can no longer equip knives and daggers, or I don't think he actually can. I think his attack will look terrible right now because he can't equip the dagger. Well, we'll fix that in a second. He also looks a bit cooler in my opinion. And he will learn magic now as a ninja. So he'll start to get MP and learn a few spells. Unfortunately, to get the top tier spells, he'll need level 35, which is really hard to do. I didn't use the tortoise kiwi thing. If you leveled him up and turned him into a monster at level 20, he would gain the flying ability, although he'd still have pretty low movement as a total. His HP would never get very good, and in my opinion, his defense doesn't really keep up for long anyway. Although it's generally a strong stat. His attack is weak, his defense is pretty good, and his HP is terrible. But he does get special attacks. He has a fancy flamethrower move once in a blue moon that does 30 to 40 damage, kind of like a Blaze 4. But you don't get to control it, so... Peter, who is already amazing, promotes to a Phoenix with an X. This will also give him resistance to fire, which is nice. I don't know how much exactly, and it might depend on his level as a Phoenix X, a Phoenix. But you know, he's already amazing. he's not going to become unamazing. He's one of the easiest characters to break the 99 quote damage limit. It just turns to question mark when it's over 100. He gets there probably first because it's Peter. I have a feeling today's episode is just all about the promotion party. Next episode, I'll update the sprites on the left, or the portraits on the left. For some of them get new pictures, right? So we'll update that, and we'll be good to go for actual battle. Promotion time is exciting. Come on, you can't fail me that. Also, I have to use my running pimento on somebody after this. I have to decide who deserves a permanent plus movement. So Geralt, the Wolfman, turns into Wolf Baron, I believe. No. Yeah, I think it's Wolf Baron. Wolfman to Wolf Baron. I think Xylo was werewolf to Wolf Baron or something like that. So that's cool. Sometimes, in my experience, Geralt, he's changed his picture. That's cool. I think he looks pretty cool. He lost his cool hat with his little feather, but now he looks like a werewolf for sure. I have had experiences where Geralt kind of has a lull after being promoted and doesn't get enough stats. Like, compare him to Peter right now. Oh, it's not that good, right? So, we'll see how he's doing. Once he hits 10 or 15, like, we'll get to level 10 pretty quick at this point. If his stats aren't catching up to the rest of the team, I'll have to ditch him for someone else, unfortunately. But I like him, but that's why I don't want to permanently waste a pimento on him unless I can confirm he's going to be good. We have our bird from What does he start as? Birdman upgrades to Bird Battler or something? I don't know. Birdman, yeah. The Bird Battler. Promotion parties are fun. So Bird Battlers don't get anything extra, they just get to equip new weapons. Most of the classes just let you equip new weapons and reset your level. Rick, though, you get the special one. 2 Pegasus Knights. Hopefully this doesn't gimp his defense too much. I think when you use the Pegasus Wing, they lose 5 defense. I think he had 40 before, so it might be down to 35 here. Let's check. Nope, he's stayed the same. I think maybe it's Chester's for some reason. If you use the wing on him, his defense actually goes down when you promote him. I think it works like that. I think that's why I always found Chester was just a terrible Pegasus Knight. But we didn't do that. I could promote Elric to a sniper, but I think I'm just going to leave him and Janet as archers because they're just bad. And then Tyron, might as well just promote him. If I remembered exactly what level he learned Freeze 3, I might get him there ahead of time, right? Like if it was, say it was level 28 for Freeze 3, he could have it now or in one more battle rather than wait till he gets level 8, but it's okay. And that's everybody that I'm going to use for now. So, we got one more thing to do. This is also part of the fun promotion party. It's weapon shopping time. Everyone that can use weapons is going to get a nice, hefty upgrade on weapon damage output. So, we're going to put that stinky old Achilles sword away and equip a nice new, whatever this was called. What was it called? Battle sword or something? I hope I have enough money. This is going to be expensive. So, Jaha can use either an axe or this sword. So 63 or the large axe, 59. So, part of the Baron, not only does he get that +1 mobility, that's +4 damage. It's not bad, really. Also, Slade uses that, and look at the attack now. Oh man. So Slade just managed to sneak up into #1 offense. That's pretty good. He's got more offense than Peter even. Let me just make a little bit of money here. I don't normally show the inventory management, so I don't need the Achilles sword for anything. Once you've killed Taros, it's totally redundant. Great swords? Okay. Yeah, we're going to be really short on money at the end of this one. But yeah, 74 attack power is amazing. I suppose I ought to buy one for Luke. 67 with the power ring. Like I said, I just don't think he's gonna last that long. Rick, 59. That's not that good either, actually. Well, same as Chester, so I guess there's that. The Great Shot. Great Scott. That's what I should call it. Proof that May is still the best archer, anyway. She's kind of like, what was the guy's name? Leon? Something like that. In the last archer you got in Shining Force 1, who was also a Centaur Knight, except he had a bazooka, which was pretty cool. She's kind of like him. He was the best archer by far. Hans and Diane were not very good. And then you got that guy at the end, whatever his name was. I forget. My bad. And you're like, oh wow, this is what archers are really supposed to be like. I feel like archers have a hard time in these Shining Force games. I don't know how Janet or Elric would ever be good. So... it just confuses me. It's always confused me a little bit. Alright, we're almost done here. The Great Shot. So that puts her up to 65. That's a pretty good offense. And it has the 3 range. For interest's sake, you know, Road wouldn't be too far off. 3 levels ahead of her, so she'll get some more attacks still. If they were the same level, well, I guess she got those extra levels pre-promotion, but still, the movement is important. And I like her more than Road anyway. Alright, so I think that's everybody. I could buy the Indra Staff for the Wizards and Sorcerers, but their attack power just won't get high enough for it to do anything. So they're still going to do 1 damage to anything they hit. You might as well just save the inventory for items, I figure. Rings and stuff, if that's what you've got. The Power Glove, it's bad, is for our new martial artist. So her attack power, just like basically the punching glove type weapons, they actually have the highest attack buff in the game. It's just only Master Monks can use them. And it's obviously designed that a healer class with a relatively low base attack, thanks to a overpowered weapon, catches up to other fighters. And that makes your Master Monks really good. You can have 3 Master Monks. And they can do, well, they can definitely do as much damage as your front row team if you equip them. So there's that. So quick look for before we end the episode, because lots of menus and stuff today, but just to get a feel for like character stat wise, I guess I have to decide. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I've got those stat items like +4 to various stats. The running pimento is the most important one, but I do have plus MP and HP and stuff. The plus MP will probably go to Slade, because he gets magic, but not a lot of MP. Or to myself, because I get Bolt, and Bolts are very expensive, and I don't get a lot of MP either. But it'll be either Slade or me for the MP buff I expect. There's a couple Power Rinds, and HP ups from the bread. I don't think there's any agility. Oh yeah, there's a quick chicken, so someone could get +4 agility. But I'm not in a rush to use those necessarily, because I only want to put them on final members. And I happen to know Slade will be. But yeah, you can see he's number 1 for attack. Chester's pretty far behind right now. Yeah, both of our paladin both of our knight types definitely not doing a lot of damage. 59 is really, really disappointing, actually. I was hoping it would be better than that. I mean, they basically deserve the power ring more than Luke at the moment. Shoot. I hope that turns around before too long. I guess it's still better than Higgins, technically, and 6 levels lower. So they'll beat Higgins for sure, no doubt. But it's still not very much right now. When most monsters have like 40 to 50 HP, plus the train bonus, this is not doing much. And I know the next couple fights are tough. That's kind of why I wanted to promote here. Anyway, I think that covers it for now. I'll meet you guys next episode, probably on a new session, a new day for me. And we will have some fun with our new group of level 1 heroes. I'm actually really excited. It's one of my... I would say the promotion part in a Shining Force game is probably my favorite part of the game. Yeah, I think I could say that safely. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some upgraded action.